In today's video, we will be going over Kohlberg's theory, Stages of Moral Development. Kohlberg was an American psychologist born on October 25th in 1927 in the Bronx of New York and committed suicide at the age of 59 in January of 1987. Kohlberg was best known for his theory that is the focus of this video, the stages of moral development. Kohlberg attended the University of Chicago, where he finished his bachelor's degree in just 1 year and later went on to complete his doctorate of psychology. Later in life, Kohlberg was a professor at both Harvard University and the University of Chicago. Kohlberg's theory is different than Freud, Erikson, and Vygotsky's work, but there are plenty of connections between Kohlberg and Vygotsky because of their similar focus on cognitive development. Like Freud, Erikson, and Vygotsky, his studies primarily focused on children and young adolescents because development is at its peak speed during this time and is extremely sensitive.
Kohlberg was obsessed with the famous moral story of Mr. Hines and used the story on his subjects. The story goes, Mr. Hines had a wife who was dying of cancer. The doctor told him that there was a pharmacist in a little town who had a drug that could help her. Mr. Hines and his wife went there and discovered the man was charging $2,000 for the drug, 10 times the amount it cost to make it. He asked everyone he knew for money, but only collected enough for half. When he asked the pharmacist for a discount, he said no. Mr. Hines now had to decide whether or not he would steal the drug or let his wife die. Kohlberg's theory has 3 main levels of moral development: pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. Each of these levels has 2 stages within them. Think of this theory as a ladder that you need to climb. The first level of Kohlberg's theory of moral reasoning is pre-conventional and discusses external forces. For most children and many adults, moral reasoning is controlled almost only by rewards and punishments. Individuals in stage 1 of moral reasoning assume an obedience orientation, which means believing that authority figures know what is right and what is wrong. At this stage, we might argue that Hines shouldn't steal the drug because an authority figure, like a parent or a police officer, said he shouldn't do it. In stage 2 of the pre-conventional level, people look out for their own needs and well-being. Stage 2 individuals are nice to others because they believe it will benefit themselves in the long run. Someone at this stage could justify stealing the drug because Hines' wife might do something nice for him in return. Someone might even argue that Hines shouldn't steal the drug because it will create more problems for him. The second level of Kohlberg's theory of moral reasoning is the conventional level and discusses social forces. Adults at this stage look to society's norms for moral guidance and other people's expectations of them. In stage 3, adolescents and adults' moral reasoning is based on interpersonal norms. The aim is to win the approval of others by behaving as good boys and good girls. Stage 3 individuals might argue that Hines shouldn't steal the drug because he must keep his reputation as an honest man. Stage 4 at the conventional level focuses on social system morality. Here, adults believe that social rules, expectations, and laws exist to maintain order within a society. Stage 4 individuals might reason that Hines shouldn't steal the drug, even though his wife might die, because it is illegal and no one is above the law. The third and final level is called post-conventional and discusses internal forces. In this level, moral reasoning is based on personal moral code, and the emphasis is no longer on external force such as punishment, reward, or social rules. In stage 5, people base their moral reasoning on social contract. They believe that the law is no better than a human life because it does not benefit everyone. Stage 5 individuals might reason that Hines should steal the drug because social rules and property rights no longer benefit individuals' welfare. In stage 6, universal ethical principles dominate moral reasoning. Abstract principles such as justice, compassion, and equality form the basis of a personal code. Stage 6 individuals might argue that Hines should steal the drug because saving a life takes precedence over everything else, including the law. Or they might claim that Hines' wife has a right to die and he should not force his views on her by stealing and administrating the drug. We went over pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional levels. Level 1 discusses obedience and self-interest. Level 2 discusses conformity and authority. And Level 3 discusses social contract and universal principles. And this was Kohlberg's theory of moral development. Thank you for watching.